All right, it is Saturday, December, whatever it is, 19th? 19th, I think. It's finally time for me to winterize the Grom. So I loaded her up and brought her in. I'm not going to video all of this, but I'll get some of it on video. It's getting the snow tires, and it's getting my new caliper finally, because this one is not working properly. So let's get this thing hung up from a hoist here and getting to it. It's like 3 o'clock already. I wanted to do this earlier, but I was so comfy warm in bed, I was just like, yeah. And then I was like, I don't even think I want to do it today, but yeah, I got to get it done. Let the winter rides begin, you know. It hasn't been out once this year because of the tires and the caliper. So we'll get her straightened out and get her on the road. All right, so got the bike hung up, got the wheel off, dinged up my threads so that axle didn't want to come out. I dinged up my threads a little bit. I got them straightened out. They'll be fine on the axle. It's really nice to have access to a tire machine to do these tires, I gotta say, rather than out in the garage spooning them, all that crap. Well, let's get this baby off without destroying it. I'm sure I can. Got to grab the wheel by the outside, of course, because these things is tiny. It's a bit of a struggle because these things are so small, but I've done it several times, so I know I can do it again. Oh yeah, that's good. Whoop, off for the season. I don't know, I should have bought new knobbies. I don't know if I'll ever put these street tires back on. I don't know if I'll ever put these street tires back on. I like the knobbies, so. But I should have bought new ones, but I'm a cheap bastard and I didn't want to spend the money. So this one, I got two rears. This one's got a little more tread in the middle. They both have plenty of tread on the outside, which that's all that really matters anyway. But let's see, where's the arrow? I'm gonna mount this one the correct way. The other one I'm gonna mount backwards because it's so chopped all to hell that I'm hoping it'll kind of help. Well, that's backwards. Kind of help make it wear a little better. Probably won't, I don't know. But I don't care. I can't see the arrow on these stupid things. Be nice if we had some lights in the shop, but we don't. I'll grab a flashlight. Is this microphone still on? Yeah. Thought maybe I walked too far away from the camera. Rotation this way, that's correct. Okay. Oh, I get it all lubed up, sloppy and wet and slippery. That water heater over there is making all kinds of really weird noises. I'm wondering if that thing's about to explode or what. It usually does that when you turn it on, but now it's doing it all the time. Yep. Try to keep my fingers out of there. That would hurt. Nola. One snow tire. All right, I got the cover off. I got the reservoir disconnected. I got the cover off. Now the trick here is to make sure that reservoir doesn't go empty, because that'll make bleeding this thing or burping it or whatever you want to call it a lot easier. I'm gonna get my caliper ready here, my brake pads. When I get done, I'm gonna attempt to take this caliper apart. I got a brand new factory Honda one. It's not gonna match. It looks a little different, but I don't care, as long as it works. I'm gonna try to take it apart. Like, the parts to rebuild it are like 30, 40 bucks or whatever. It was cheap. So I'm thinking I'll just rebuild that, because I keep riding it in the winter. It's probably gonna happen again. I should probably get one for the front too, but I'll worry about that when it happens, I guess. My last one I rode for three winters and never had an issue, so I don't know why this one. Here in Minnesota, they use a ton of salt and sand and everything else for chemical snow removal, they call it, and it just messes with stuff. I never, like I say, my last Grom, no issue with it, but this one, it didn't like it very much. So I'm gonna get to that, and I'll get back to you with. I should record this whole thing, because I'm probably gonna be screwing stuff up and getting mad and swearing and throwing stuff around. That would be entertaining, but. I just don't have a good place to put my camera, really, is the thing. So I'm going to get after this, and I'll be back. All right, I got everything together. Had a little trouble. I nicked those threads a little bit again. I had to take the bolt back out and fix those, but that was quickly and easily taken care of. Now I'm going to bleed the brakes, or burp the brakes, or whatever you want to call it. And I should just have to gravity bleed it. I shouldn't have to do anything else. This is .4 fluid, so it won't eat paint, so I'm not worried about getting any on the paint. Kind of a gold looking caliper, which is pretty ghetto, but I want it to work, so I should have painted it first. Can't stand that ghetto shit, but oh well. Yeah, I just wait, and fluid should start bubbling up out of there. If I have to pump it a few times, that's okay, I don't mind. But I shouldn't have to. Should just fill up and pop all the air out. There's the fluid coming out. See it? Bloop. Let that go for a little bit. I wanted to flush the brakes on this thing anyway, and my other bike. I just never got around to it. I've been lazy. I just haven't been doing anything. All my maintenance stuff. I've been doing the oil changes and stuff, of course. I wanted to change the oil today too, but I don't have a filter for it, so. We'll just get the tires on and get the brake working. Hopefully, with my luck, it'll be the hose that's bad, and then I will put a caliper on it for no reason. It's kind of the way things go for me. But we'll see. I'm pretty sure it's a caliper. I'm gonna try to rebuild that one. We'll see how that goes. Oh yeah, it's releasing. Yeah, okay. So it was in fact the caliper, as it would appear. The weird thing is I didn't really notice it, except when I tried to push the bike backwards. It didn't want to go backwards. I could push it forward. I didn't want to go backwards. But I was out riding one day a few weeks ago. It was on a Sunday. I wanted something at the store. So I got on it, and I ripped up to the store, and I got my Gatorades and whatever. And I was going across the lot, and I was doing something with my right hand, and I forgot, and I stabbed the rear brake. This thing would barely move. I was like, now what am I going to do? I'm freaking a mile from home, and the thing doesn't want to move. Trying to push it home is going to be a nightmare. If I leave it here, somebody will steal it. Just leave it there to get my truck, and somebody will steal the damn thing. But I just kept riding in it, and it loosened up, and then it worked. I was able to do it, but it just so, like, note to self, do not use rear brake, dummy. I just plain forgot, and I stabbed that rear brake, and she locked up tight. So, but it appears I got that done. It appears that was, in fact, the issue, which I was sure it was, but I didn't You know, like I say, with my luck, I'll replace one part and it turns out to be something else just because it's me. Yeah. But I'm gonna keep doing this for a while. Maybe I'll flush the front brakes while I'm here too. And I'm gonna get that front tire on and I'm done. I'm out of here. And the Grom is all winterized and ready to go. I don't know if I'll ride it tonight. I was gonna ride it tonight, but I thought it was supposed to be 28 today or something, but I looked at my weather and it was 16 degrees. I'm like, which is no big deal. I'll ride in that. But the problem is it keeps getting colder. I found out last year I went up to the brewery one day. It was like 18 degrees when I left the house. By the time I left there, it was like 2 or 3 degrees, and this thing did not want to start. I finally did get it started, but I'm like, great, I got to walk home, get my truck, come back, load it up, or push it all the way home. I don't want to do that. But I finally got it to start, so I know now that Honda like quit mapping the fuel injection at like 2 degrees. They're probably like, nobody's crazy enough to freaking ride it in that weather. Well, they haven't met me yet. But yeah, this should do it. I don't like the color. I really don't. So I'll have to rebuild that one and put it back on there. I'll just keep this for a spare or whatever. I don't know. I can't ride it in the slippery shit in the winter like this. I can't use the rear brake. I'm using the front, and I had the street tires on it. If I stab that rear brake on something slippery, I'm going to eat shit and eat shit hard, you know. So I just haven't been riding it. But now I'll be able to get out and rip the Gromovich. I've missed it. And the poor thing just sits in the garage all sad. Nobody gives me love. I want love. I brought the front pads too. Should I put... And when I get that wheel off, screw it. I'll run these front pads until they're gone. Screw it. But, yeah, so here we go. I'm getting there. And then I'm going to go, I made meatloaf last night. I think it's the best meatloaf I ever made. It's really good. And I told Greta I would bring her some, and she got all excited. So I got to bring her meatloaf. So I'll be back to wrap this up in a little bit once I get the other tire on and stuff. And there we go. I have a rear brake that works, and the caliper doesn't seize up, so that's good. Looking at these sad ass freaking knobbies, I really wish I would have just bought new ones, but that's all right. It's kind of a pain in the ass to do. It's not that bad. I think I'm just gonna leave knobbies on it year round from now on. So I didn't get off-road much at all this year because I had those street tires on there. So, and that's always, you know, that's just so much fun with the Grom, riding the walking trails down by the river and stuff. I'm gonna take and flush this front brake fluid and I'm done. I'm going home. I'm gonna go to the brewery for a little while. Then I'm gonna stop and give Greta her meatloaf. I told her I'd give her my meatloaf later, and she was like, ooh. Yeah, so it's done finally. I just was too lazy to do it. I finally said, screw it, I'm gonna go do it. I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna do it. It didn't take that long. I think I got here at 3, and I think it's, I don't think it's past 4:30. It might be. That clock says it's 12:23, but it's not. Yeah, it's 4:35, so it took an hour and a half. A little more. I'm gonna flush that brake fluid, but I wish I had an oil filter for it, but I don't, because I'd like to get new oil in there. I don't remember the last time I changed it. It wasn't that long ago, so it's fine, but I always change it more often than it needs to be done, just because, why not? It's cheap, it's good maintenance, why not do it? Front brake's working. Yes, rear brake works and it does not seize up. So, and I could feel it even when I didn't think it was seized up or whatever, but I could feel when I was riding it I could tell. So it should freewheel a little easier now, just rip down the road. So there we go. I'll be getting some winter video of riding. Not that anybody cares, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So there you go. There we go, all finished up and ready to go. I screwed up flushing my front brakes. The rear one dripped really slow. The front one went really faster than I thought it would, and I just walked away for a couple of minutes, came back, it was empty. I'm like, shit. But no big deal. Took a few minutes of pumping, it pumped right back up, and it's all ready to go. So I don't think I'll get out tonight because it said it was supposed to be like 28 today. Last I looked, it was 16. And I think tomorrow was supposed to be warmer, so maybe tomorrow I'll ride it. I'll have to start it. Go grab the key and start it, make sure it's going to start. Although it sat in the garage for I don't know how long in all that cold weather, and I went out there one day and it started right up. So the one warm day we had recently that actually no, I didn't even ride it. I just started it. That's right. I started both the bikes and let them run for a while. So all ready to go. Let the winter rides begin. My, they sure am sweet. And this one's all ready for winter now. Other than an oil change. Then it's a done deal.